Kia ora, my name's Nathan and you're here to learn about Matariki. Now what does Matariki mean, you might ask? Well, Matariki has two meanings. The first one, small eyes, where Mata means eyes and Riki means small. The second meaning, the eyes of God, where Mata means eyes and Ariki means God. Now that's Matariki, but this is Te Ohomauri O Matariki. Now this installation is a waharua, or a gateway of information about the local people and their history. The other thing is that it celebrates Roto Tuna. Translated, Roto Tuna means the lake of eels. Last but not least is that it's inspired by the rich heritage and the rich culture that can be found right here in Roto Tuna.
In pre-European times, Roto Tuna was one big huge swamp that was littered with eels. Te Ohomauri O Matariki sits in Roto Tuna, northeast of Hamilton at the intersection of Borman Road and Resolution Drive.
As well as being the main food source for the local Māori people, tuna created a huge amount of industry for the area. Local people would fish, prepare, dry and process tuna for the sole purpose of trade, and that's the reason why the tuna are the centerpiece for Te Ohomauri O Matariki.
The Roto Tuna area used to be a huge swamp and was rich in waterways and teeming with life, including kōwhai, mauku and harakeke. There used to be heaps of eels or tuna in this area, though wiri were constructed in the waterways to catch tuna. Once the tuna were caught, they were tied on elevated racks called raratuna. Then they would be folded and stored. Pre-European Māori called Roto Tuna tuna whakapeke. There are many important symbols on the artwork, and we've selected some of the more interesting symbols to talk about, like Tomatillo. Tomatillo was a supernatural being, a powerful guardian. There's a story of Tomatillo having been sighted in 1995 when a farmer was clearing some sacred cabbage trees with mauku from his farm. He noticed the farm animals suddenly going crazy, and when entering his house, he caught a reflection of a creature in his window. Another symbol of interest is that of Koura, a woman chieftain who lived in the late 1600s and was not afraid to fight men in hand-to-hand combat. Te Paki o Matariki is a symbol that is the coat of arms of the kingitanga or the Māori monarchy here in Aotearoa. The design was created by the revered High Priest Te Ao Katoa of Ngāti Koura in the time of King Itaviao, the second Māori king.
Dion Hitchens, the artist who created this wonderful piece of art for our city, is here with me today. Kia ora, Dion.
Kia ora, Nathan.
Thank you for taking your time out to be with us. What was the process you went through to create Te Ohomauri O Matariki?
I guess I always use the same kind of process. I get inspired by the landscape, and so I went to the site first, and I was kind of inspired by some of the history on the site and some of the sort of possible stories that were there that were untold. And so, my process was, at that point I decided to work with tangata whenua, and I thought, oh geez, I better find somebody to work with that is tangata whenua. So I called up James Ormsby, and we sat down and had a discussion about the work and about made a strategy where we could leave room for those stories to be told. Mm-hmm. So the work itself starts to become a bit of a vehicle for those stories.
Awesome. So from beginning to end, how long did the process take you?
The waka forms themselves took about a year, and the tuna forms took a little over a year as well. They were quite complex. They had a lot of hidden problems. They're made of aluminium, and then they're strung up with stainless steel. And
it was made out of aluminium and wood. Was that the only resources that you used, or were there other resources?
There's steel, Corten steel. There are big steel beams on the inside of that work. I kind of chose the wood because I like there's a really nice soft silver kind of aesthetic that wood has. Mm-hmm. And it kind of has that kind of woven reference to it, and it's kind of for me that's really important. It's a nice reference that refers to people coming together. in terms of raranga. So yeah, I like the idea of making public sculpture a bit softer. So if you're using these really easy to use hard materials, it's really hard to get a kind of a soft kind of aesthetic going on. So.
Fantastic. How many people were involved in the process in the construction?
Oh God, I think maybe overall we might have been about 20 people that we worked with. Yeah.
And how did you install it?
How do we install it? With a crane. We had several cranes actually at several different times.
So it was all done by crane and hard work.
Crane, hard work.
Finally, I wanted to leave you with a whakatauki. Ko tahi te koha o te ngira e kuhuna ai te miro mā, te miro whero, me te miro pango. This is a whakatauki that was given to us by the first Māori king, King Iputatau, back in 1863. Translated, it means there's only one eye of the needle through which the red, white and black threads must pass. Now this whakatauki focuses on unity, or te kōtaitanga, which takes me back to Matariki, because its focus is te kōtaitanga, but more so, it's about whakawhanaungatanga, or family. Now what I want you to do is I want you to go out there and celebrate Matariki. Remember, have fun. It's about unity. It's about kai. It's about whānau. With Nathan Whangataku Ingoa, you guys have been awesome. Happy Matariki everybody. Hei kona.